Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out this brand new album by the Japanese vocal group XG. And from what I read online, this happens to be their first full-length album titled The Core. And the title alone already tells you what kind of project this is going to be. So the core literally means the nucleus, the essence, the center of everything. So this isn't supposed to be just another collection of songs. I feel like this album is, as XG saying, this is who we are. Yeah. If you've been following XG from the beginning, just like I have, you already know they don't move like a typical group. I mean, they've been building their identity through singles, XG tapes, XG Vox, performance videos. Every release felt intentional, no fillers, no rushed drops. So now that we finally have a full album, I feel like this is the moment where everything comes together. I feel like this is where we find out what kind of artists they really are. How deep their sound goes, and whether they can carry a full project, not just viral tracks. And personally, I am so excited. I am super stoked because XG, they have already shown insane performance energy, strong vocals, unique production choices, and a global sound that doesn't box itself into one genre. So I'm coming into this with high expectations, but also an open mind. We are doing this full listen, no skipping, track by track, and I'm gonna give you all my honest reaction and review, the good, the surprising, and everything in between. So yeah, if you're watching right now, let me know in the comments. Are you on alphas or you're just discovering XG for the first time? Yeah. So listening to this album from my Spotify, and this album has 10 songs, spans a little over 29 minutes and 51 seconds to be exact. Yes. I mean, full disclosure, I have already heard a couple of tracks, because they released these tracks not singles prior to the album release. I've heard Gala, I've heard Four Seasons, I've heard PS 118. Yeah, 3 songs. So we're gonna listen to the whole album in its entirety, and I'm definitely going to give my in-depth review about each single track. So you guys better stick with me. Let's take this journey together. Yeah. So headphones on, volume up, let's go to the core. Yes. So first track in the title, Signal, the intro. Yes, Signal with an XIG, or like XG. So Signal, the intro. Let's take a listen, guys. Okay. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So that was the first track, the intro titled Signal. And I have to say that that was the perfect way to actually start an album. I feel like I just got summoned into XG's world. First off, I love how it doesn't try to be a full song. It's more like a signal transmission. You are turning into a frequency, and suddenly you are hearing their universe kind of like open up. The way it begins quiet and almost mysterious, and then it slowly builds that atmosphere. That definitely gave me a sci-fi sort of a energy, like cyber futuristic mission briefing type vibes. And the production, super cinematic. The bass felt deep but controlled, and those layered effects in the background, guys, is like sound design more than just the beats. You can tell this intro was made to be played loud on headphones, because I feel like there are these little details tucked in there. I feel like every few seconds something changes, like a pulse, a shift, a new texture slided in. And when those vocal bits come in, I mean, those quick phrases, those hype reactions, to me, it's not about lyrics at all. It's about attitude. Like, yeah, we are definitely here. I mean, it's giving confidence, it's giving arrival. The little vocal stabs felt like teasers, like they are not letting you fully grab onto anything yet. They are just letting you taste what's coming. Then that build up near the end, that part right there had me leaning in, because it started feeling like something big it's about to drop. Like the doors are opening, and the next track is about to hit like a truck. And I love how it ends without fully resolving. It doesn't give you closure. It just gives you a bit of a momentum. It's basically saying, okay, now you are locked in, let's go. Emotionally, it actually made me excited. Like that feeling you get at the start of a movie, when the studio logos fade out and the story begins. That is exactly what this felt like. An opening scene. It's short, but it definitely sets the tone perfectly. I mean, mysterious and powerful, futuristic, and damn sure confident. Yeah, I'll definitely give this a 10 out of 10. For this intro. I mean, it did exactly what it needed to do. Create atmosphere. Build anticipation and pull you as into the album like a portal. And I feel like this is why, I mean, people love XG. I mean, because even when they are doing something small like an intro, it's still high quality, it's still intentional and cinematic. I mean, they definitely don't play around with presentation. I feel like everything felt like part of a bigger vision. Yes. Now let me know what you guys also think about this intro. I have definitely spoken enough, so we'll move on to the track 2 titled Gala. Like I said, this one I've already heard. I've actually watched the video and I loved it. So let's listen to it all over again. Whoa.
Just one touch, just one cut, take us up, exodus. The time is now.
Whoa.
So open up the gates for me. Which could fly, then I swear to me that
Yeah.
we don't need to do nothing, let them react.
Okay.
You know I can slay the whole city with that. We taking over the night because I'm pretty and black. Everything we do got a runway with it. Walk so mean like mind your business.
Whoa.
Look so sharp, it's every Hanzo linen that I hit him with the blue steel. We got to get it. Weighted in gold, my worth can never be. Hit of the realm of eternity. Let your words and couture draping colors and desire. On this night of fair, I still make you into the next girl.
Whoa.
I still make you into the next girl. Yeah, I could can dress casually, naturally.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. Look at her kicks, match the tees. 7 different looks like a magazine. That means every single day becomes a fashion week. It's like art, fashionable lover. I'm like a narc cause I'm always on the cover.
Okay.
With the pose and it's flat to official. Only Ella knows the match is the issue.
Pretty girls walk like this, pretty girls talk like this.
Whoa.
Couple chrome plates on wrist. I mean, who else do you know? Put it on like this. If you don't get it, that's not my problem. Changing my hair like my last name Rodman. Down far with the drip top to bottom. Anything that we rock, they be talking about it. Turn the hallway to a catwalk. Turn the sidewalk to a runway.
Yeah.
Every day's a photo shoot, that part. Paparazzi got my outfit on the front page.
Rolled up in it, windows tinted, can't see through it, but they know who's in it. Open up the doors with the logo printed.
I don't even gotta pose for the photo finish.
Shaking up the spot, look at Stone Cold Chevy. We shot through the dark like a snow globe glitter. I
Okay.
represent the X-Galax. Man, I told you I'ma turn this Met to an X-Gala. Watch us snap the old hell, the X.
Yeah.
So get on my way. All metallic, sweet, sexy, savage in the finest garment, singing down my waist. Ooh, all my ladies walk this way.
Whoa.
Two, all my haters watch me slay.
Okay.
All mechanic. The money got those.
I let my dress talk for me, drip talk for me, my move talk for me, my lip gloss popping like a discography. And if it's not vibrant, then it's not for me, not a diss nobody. I had to say next to my ex-stylist. I just say yes to my hairstylist.
Okay.
I'm a proud representative of X-Galax. I just turn a Met Gala to an X-Gala.
Glamour me gold, glamour those never seen.
Yeah.
You're the name of eternity. There's no need to pretend you're the undying fire in this night affair.
I just turn Met Gala to an X-Gala.
Walk, walk.
I just turn Met Gala to an X-Gala.
Yeah.
Walk, walk, walk.
I just turn Met Gala to an X-Gala.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay, guys. So that was the second song titled "Gala." Like I said, this is not my first time actually hearing this song. I heard it a couple of months back, and I mean, it almost feels like the first time, I'm listening to it. And after listening to it for the the second or the third time, I'm definitely not gonna lie to you guys. XG, it felt like they just walked into the room. Like I mean, they owned it. Like that didn't feel like just a song. That felt like an event, like a whole runway show, red carpet, lights and the flash and everything. Right from the start, the production hit, and I immediately knew what time it was. That beat isn't cute. It's not even trying to be friendly. To me, I mean, it's got that high fashion, luxury, futuristic club energy. The kind of instrumental that makes you sit up, straight and go, oh, I mean, this is gonna be performance heavy, and sure enough, it was. And what I really, really loved, is how, it's built like a strut, like the rhythm, doesn't just move, it marches. The percussion is super, super tight, everything is super, super clean. And the beat, has this, confident bounce to it where, you can already, imagine, the choreo, even without, seeing it. Like I could, literally, picture them, hitting poses and, switching formations. Now, vocally, guys, we definitely have to talk about the vocals on this song, because what XG does well is they don't just sing a melody, they deliver it with attitude. There were a bit of moments where the vocals were silky, almost teasing, and then seconds later it snapped into something sharper and more aggressive. That contrast is so addicting. And I caught these little vocal details too, like sort of harmonies tucked into the background. Those layered textures that make the hook feel bigger, without them even needing to oversing it. And then the rap pockets, I mean, you guys already know that's where they really start flexing. The way the flow slides in, I mean, so confident, so controlled. And the beat just opened space for them to actually talk that talk. That was nasty, like, I mean, the best way. And what I appreciate that is the rap isn't just fast, for the sake of being fast. It's definitely rhythmic. It's definitely clean. It's got personality, and you can definitely tell, every syllable was placed on purpose. And every time, the beat switches slightly, they just they adjust the delivery like it's nothing. There's also this one section where it felt like everything pulls back for a second, almost like the song takes a breath, and it drops again, even with more swagger. That moment right there, that's the kind of part that I feel like a mixed crowd scream live. You can already tell this was made for stages, for cameras, and people losing it in arenas. And lyrically, even without quoting, the vibe is crystal clear. The song's all about confidence, all about luxury, it's all about presence. It's that I'm not here to blend in. I'm here to dominate, type of energy, not in a corny way either. It's stylish, it's sharp, it's like, they are painting a picture, of walking into a room and everybody, just turns, their head automatically, and the hook, man, the hook is dangerous, because, to me, it's one of those hooks that doesn't need to, that doesn't need to be super complicated, to stick. It's catchy in that, chanty, memorable, sort of way. Like, you will catch yourself, repeating it, in your head later without even trying. Honestly, this track, made me feel like, I needed, to put on the jacket, sunglasses, and just walk dramatically, to my kitchen, like it's a runway, like I'm dead serious. This type of music definitely changes your posture. It makes you feel bold, and I feel like that's the genius, of it. It's not only a song, it's a whole vibe shift. The production also, is super modern, but not messy. Everything. It's polished. The bass is knocking. The rhythm, is crisp. And the layering, is just enough, to keep it exciting without, overcrowding the vocals. I also love the fact that it's balanced, but still hits the heart. That's not easy to do, if you ask me. Yeah. So for my overall verdict, this was a banger. A full-on, performance anthem. It's stylish, it's confident, it's definitely futuristic, and it screams global stage. XG didn't just deliver music. They delivered the branding. They delivered the presence, power, and honestly, they made it look effortless. Yes, I loved it. Yeah, let me know what you guys also thinking. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down in the comment section. So far, so good. I'm loving the album. We are moving on to the third song titled "Rock the Boat." Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa. Okay.
Hey boy, I like the way you talk. I like the way you speed down me on that phone.
Whoa.
I like that XG when I hear that ringtone.
Okay.
I like it everything, but it's not enough. Say boy, what if I wanna ride? What if I'm in the mood and I need you right now?
Yeah.
What if you with your crew and I needed you to bounce? Feel like you should kick it on another night. Yeah. Normally I never get this crazy. My reality is all you lately.
Okay.
All I'm really trying to say right now is, boy, you came and rocked the boat, rock the boat.
Yeah.
Got me off the beat like shaking off the streamline.
Whoa.
Rock the boat, knock me off that way. Boy, you came and rocked the boat, swimming in the deep, wide open in the sea. I'm off the boat,
Yeah.
knock me off that way. Boy, you came in hot, the way you got me hot. You turn it up a notch, spit up a couple nuts, and I felt the drop. My heart wouldn't stop. You got me sweating, Okinawa in the summertime. Who would've thought? Okay, we could take it two ways. Leo worked the middle while singing on top of Blue Wave.
Okay.
I had to look away, but it was too late. I drank the Kool-Aid. I really thought that it was Gucci, maybe it was Kool-Aid. No, my mama would've never let me. Hypothetically, your mind already. All I'm really trying to say right now.
Yeah.
Boy, you came and rocked the boat, rock the boat.
Okay.
Caught me off the beat, like shaking off the stream, like rock the boat.
Yeah.
Knock me off that way. Boy, you came and rocked the boat,
Nice.
swimming in the deep, wide open in the sea. I'm off the boat, knock me off that way. Boy, you came and
Whoa.
Obsession was never my thing. Take your time, you should steady your pace. What am I saying? Boy, you came and rocked the boat, caught me off the beat like shaking up the stream.
Yeah.
Rock the boat,
Okay.
knocked me off that wave. Boy, you came and rocked the boat,
Okay.
swimming in the deep, wide open in the sea. I'm off the boat, knocked me off that wave.
Yeah.
Boy, you came in.
Okay, guys. Yes, the third song, "Rock the Boat." I don't think I've heard this one. You know, you guys definitely have to give me a second. Wow. Okay. I have to say, after listening to this one, this one, definitely felt like a whole experience. I mean, so right from the start, the production obviously, pulled me in immediately. That smooth, watery, intro vibe, felt almost, hypnotic. Like you already know this was gonna be, one of those tracks, and that's just the moves instead of rushing. Then the beat drops, and it's got that sleek R&B, sort of bounce, but still, feels modern and a bit futuristic, all at the same time. XG really, really lives, in their own lane, with this sound, I have to say. Vocally, yeah, they were floating on this one. The way the verses were laid back, and controlled. Then the pre-chorus, started, building tension. My ears, perked up, right there, and when the chorus hit, not loud, not explosive, just the confidence, just smooth, that kind of groove that sneaks up on you instead of punching you in the face. After listening to the song, what really, really got me, were the little, details. Those layered harmonies, in the background, the subtle vocal runs, sliding in and out, that low end bass, just rolling underneath, everything, and then those breathy ad libs tucked into the mix, definitely felt intimate. Definitely felt like they were right, in your headphones. There was this smooth shift, halfway through to, everything, straight back, for a moment, letting the vocals, breathe, and that part really, really hit me hard emotionally. It almost felt vulnerable before, they brought the rhythm back in. That's when I realized, this isn't just a vibe song. There is intention here. They are definitely telling a story, with texture, not just in the words. And honestly, it made me feel calm, but confident, at the same time, like a late night drive, type of, energy. Windows down, city lights, one of those tracks, where you are not even thinking anymore. You're just in it. I also love, how each member, brings, something different. Some voices were silky smooth, others had attitude, and then you've got that cool, almost effortless delivery, in the rap sections. Nobody felt out of place. Everybody had their moments without stepping on each other. One thing that I love, I mean, by the end, I wasn't waiting for some huge final drop. I was just riding the wave all the way out. So yeah, for my overall verdict for this particular song, I have to say this is definitely a certified vibe. Clean production, classy vocals, confident delivery, and that signature XZ polish. It's that kind of song that grows on you the more you listen, the more you sit with it. That's just what I think. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down the comment section, guys. If you're enjoying the reaction, the review, please let me know down by hitting the like button, commenting, and doing an info. Yeah, we are moving on to the fourth song, titled "Take My Breath." Yeah, let's go. Okay. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
I can't believe it. Way that we really got my heart beating like breathe in, breathe out. We can't stop, oh na na na. Skip that talk, blah 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 blah. I just can't hide, I love this feeling. Breathe in, breathe out. We can't stop, oh na na na.
Okay.
Skip that talk, blah 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 blah. Come take my breath away.
Catch your breath for this verse right now, and I catch a jet to Berlin right now like a maverick. I got a
Whoa.
cruise like Tom, are you really with it? Don't waste my
Come and be my
Okay.
oxygen. Mach 3 speed in over continents. Team on a sound that's approximate. See you as a target, I'm boxing in, and I'm locking in. If you want it, come and take it. I share my secret. I know you like it.
Yeah.
Tick and tack, I'm running out of patience. Run a clock, don't stop before we out of time. We out of line, we on a vibe. You're so alive. So take my breath away. Come take my breath. Take my breath away. Come take my breath. Just take my breath away.
Okay.
Take my breath. Take my breath away. I can't believe it. Way that we breathing, got my heart beating like.
Whoa.
Breathe in, breathe out. We can stop, oh na na na. Skip the top, blah 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 blah. I just
Yeah.
can't hide this feeling. Breathe in, breathe out. We can stop, oh na na na. Skip the top, blah 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 blah. Come take my breath away. Come take my last breath from now until the
Wow.
end. That won't do us apart. Be my best, step by step. Maybe
Alright, this is
it's
nice.
so take my breath away. Come take my breath. Take my breath away. Come take my breath. Just take my breath away. Take my breath.
Yeah.
Take my breath away. I can't believe it. Way that we breathing, got my heart beating like. Breathe in, breathe out. We can't stop, oh na na na. Skip the top, blah 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 blah. I just can't hide, I love this feeling.
Yeah.
Breathe in, breathe out. We can stop, oh na na na. Skip the top, blah 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 blah. Come take my breath away.
Guys, the fourth song, Take My Breath, and I loved it. I definitely loved it. I mean, this one definitely settled in before the fully hits, and I loved it, guys. I mean, first of all, I mean, the atmosphere, right from the start was something else. It was super smooth. That opening felt airy and confident at the same time. Like, it was pulling me into this late night, neon lit, type of vibe. I instantly knew, this wasn't gonna be loud or aggressive. I mean, it was more about mood, and I love when a song commits to that. The vocals, though, man, that was really what grabbed me. They came in clean, soft, almost teasing at first, and then as the song, as the track kept building, you start hearing those layered harmonies creeping in. There's also this subtle lift in the chorus, where I feel like everything opens up emotionally, and it felt like the song literally started breathing bigger. The way they stacked the voices, guys, that was just super polished. You can tell a lot of care went into that production. And then that beat, guys, I love the fact that it's not trying to overpower anything. It's got this smooth R&B pop groove with a little bounce to it. But I also love the fact that it stays restrained. The bass also just glides underneath. The percussion is tight, and the whole thing felt expansive. Like headphones on, windows down at night, type of song. There was also this moment halfway through where the instrumental pulls back just enough, letting the vocals sit front and center, and I feel like that's when it really clicked for me emotionally. You can feel the confidence in their delivery, not forced, not trying too hard, just cool, controlled, and expressive. What I really appreciated, is how the song doesn't rush. It lets the building happen naturally. No crazy drop, no over the top, switch up. Just a steady rise, in intensity. By the end, I mean, with all those layers, coming together, it felt, full and satisfying, without being overwhelming. Emotionally, this song, gave me that, caught in a moment, type of feeling. Like, when, you are locked into someone's energy and everything, else, fades out. I mean, it's subtle, but it definitely hits, definitely one of those tracks and that grows on you, after repeat listens. Yeah. So from overall verdict, this is definitely smooth. And this is confident and well produced and vocally impressive. Not a hype song. Just a vibe song. The kind you put on. When you just wanna feel something cool and controlled. And honestly, I loved it. I'll definitely give this a hard 9 out of 10. I loved it, guys. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down in the comment section. We'll move on to the 5th song titled No Good. Let's take a listen.
You'll be complicated, I ain't got no time to play. You can call me baby if you keep acting that way.
Okay.
I won't tell you twice. Better make up your mind and life.
Wow, that R&B vibe.
You gon' be mad if I walk away.
Okay.
You can try to find a time, but they only made it one time. You know it's me, it only gets better, but I can sit and wait forever. I ain't gon' lie, you got me hoping, wish you would.
Okay.
Oh, it's good, what I like, so come and treat me like you should.
Wow.
Oh, don't deny yourself a good life. Baby, let me love you one time.
Okay.
You know I'm cool, you know I'm fly, you know I'm bringing you the time. You know it's good, what you like, I do my thing, I do that now. So
Okay.
baby, don't deny yourself a real good life. Baby, let me love you one time. I got everything you need, so what's it gonna be? Ain't no other girl gonna love you like me. You see, I'm the best you ever had. I'm a stallion, I'm a swag. Yeah, it's so good, you need to throw it in the bag. You can try to find a type, but they only made it one time. You know it's me, it only gets better, but I can sit and wait for it. You ain't no good, I ain't gon' lie. You got me hoping, wish you would. You know what's good, what I like, so come and treat me like you should. Oh, don't deny yourself a good life. Baby, let me love you one time. You know I'm cool, you know I'm fly, you know I'm bringing you that time. You know
Yeah.
what's good, what you like, I do my thing, I do that right. So baby, don't deny yourself a real good life.
Whoa.
Baby, let me love you one time. Don't deny yourself. Baby, let me love you. Don't deny yourself a real good life. Baby, let me love you one time.
Okay, guys. So that was the 5th song titled "No Good," and after listening to it, I have to say that that was a vibe. That was definitely a vibe. I mean, from the very start, that production, already had this slick, dark, confident, type of energy. It felt modern, but also, kind of nostalgic, at the same time, like early, 2000s, pop, R&B attitude and mixed with today's, polish. That beat was tight. That beat was super, super clean, and I loved how minimal, it was at first. Just letting the vocals, sit right on top. And speaking of vocals, yeah, that's where this really, really grabbed me. I feel like each member, brought something different. You've got those softer, smoother lines, early, on that pull you, and emotionally. Then suddenly, someone, comes in, with this, sharper tone, and a bit of confidence, and it completely flips, the mood, I have to say. I mean, I love that contrast. The harmonies, were subtle, but, effective, especially, in the pre-chorus. You can definitely feel the tension, building right there. Then the hook hits, not in an explosive, sort of way, but in this, cool, restrained, oh, I know my worth, type of way. I love the fact that it's catchy, without trying too hard. I mean, the melody just, it just sticks. The attitude behind it, it's so cold. I mean, and I mean that in a good way. What really, really stood out, to me, was the emotion, in how they delivered the lyrics. You can tell, this song, it's about realizing someone isn't, treating you right, and finally, calling it out. There's frustration, but also, self-respect. I feel like that that shift, halfway through, I mean, where the beats, drop in the back and then the vocals, get more direct, that part really, really hit, I have to say. I mean, it felt personal, like that moment, when, I mean, you stop making excuses for somebody. And the rap sections, guys, that was just, clean. I mean, I love the fact that it was controlled, not overdone. They slid right into the track, instead of, interrupting it, which I definitely appreciate. Everything felt intentional. Production wise, I mean, it's super, super polished, crisp drums, smooth bass, atmospheric layers, in the background, but they never, let it, overpower the vocals. And I feel like that's key. You always hear their emotions clearly. By the end, I was just nodding like, yeah, I get it. And to me, this is one of those songs that doesn't just scream at you. It talks to you. It grows on you, whilst you are listening. And honestly, definitely made me think about past situations where you finally realize someone's energy just isn't matching yours anymore. That's quite that's definitely quite strength. That is what this gave me personally. So yeah, for my overall verdict, guys, this is a strong track. It's confident, it's emotional, beautifully produced, and vocally impressive. I mean, I say this all the time. XG really, really knows how to blend attitude with vulnerability, and that's exactly why fans love them. And to me, they don't just perform songs, so they embody them. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one down the comments section. We'll move on to the said song titled Hypnotize. Let's go.
Hey, you're running from where you can't escape.
Okay.
Come my way. I'll put you into some kind of state. Astray. So watch me hypnotize you with my eyes.
Whoa.
Make you fantasize about me tonight. I'm hypnotizing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
You'll be where I want you every night. You'll be back to feed your appetite.
Okay.
Swirling hypno disco illusion. My command becomes your reason. In your consciousness, now your mind is of no consequence. I bet you never seen a girl so confident. Cut the compliments, that's just common sense. So watch me hypnotize you with my eyes.
Yeah.
Make you fantasize about me tonight. I'm hypnotizing.
Whoa. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, that was the said song, Hypnotize. And wow, I mean, that one didn't come in loud and aggressive. It came in smooth and almost sneaky, like right from the start. The beats just slides in. That deep, pulsing groove, had me nodding immediately. You guys already saw that. And then the vocals started stacking on top of it. And I'm like, oh, we are definitely doing this. What really caught me off guard, was how controlled, everything felt. Nobody was, over singing. Nobody, was trying to, overpower the track. It was all about mood. That production was tight. That house styled rhythm, the subtle sense, those little atmospheric textures floating around the background, definitely felt cinematic, but still minimal. And vocally, wow, it was clean. It was smooth. It was confident, as always. I love how they played with dynamics, those quieter sections where it pulls back and feels intimate. Then the beat drops back, and suddenly it's like you are in a dark club, with lights flashing. That transition to the chorus, yeah, that really hit. Not in a huge explosive and type of way, but in that, okay, now I'm locked in kind of way. There's also this hypnotic pull throughout the whole song, and I know that sounds obvious given the theme, but seriously, it felt intentional. The way the vocals also glides over the beat, the layered harmonies, that a slightly mysterious tone, definitely seductive, without being over the top. It just sits in your chest. One thing I really appreciate was how modern it sounds, without chasing trends too hard. The bass was just, it was thick. The groove stayed steady, and those little vocal runs and ad libs sprinkled in, that was just super tasteful. Nobody tried to steal the spotlight. Definitely felt like a team effort. Emotionally, it didn't make me sad or nostalgic. It definitely made me feel cool. This is one of those tracks you play at night while I was driving. Windows cracked, city lights, all of that, around you. It has that energy, and I feel like by the time it ended, I realized I hadn't checked the time once. That's always a good sign. Overall verdict for this particular song, that was fire. That was fire. It's smooth, it's confident, immersive. Not a song that screams at you. Definitely push you in, and now definitely pulls you in. I loved it. I'll definitely give this a hard 9, out of 10. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down in the comment section, guys. If you're enjoying the review, if you're enjoying the reactions, please make sure to like the video, comment, and all of the good stuff. Yeah, we move on to the 7th song titled Up Now. Let's go. Okay.
Going up now, up now.
Whoa.
Think I'm on bed 'cause I'm up now.
Yeah.
Uptown. Baby in a bag, she a baller. Yeah, I'm up now. Doing my dance, going up down. Say
Okay.
what now? Baby, I'ma do what I wanna. Look at this, what a view. I'm a trending topic when I walk into the room. Sitting on
Yeah.
the beach, somewhere in the Malibu. When I'm crushing with my girls, they the ones I'm gonna choose. Not you. Spoil me like royalty, like I'm a queen, yeah. Step up in it, then I kill it, I repeat, yeah. Independent, always winning energy, like at the peak, I don't need another scene. So tell me what you want.
Okay.
Look at that. Ooh la la la. Got my nails done, went and got my hair done. Everything that I'm wanna. A stunner.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going up now.
Okay.
Think I'm on there 'cause I'm up now. Driving uptown. Baby in a bag, she a baller. Yeah, I'm up now. Doing my dance, going up down. Say what now? Baby, I'ma do what I wanna. Up now. Going north, not south.
Okay.
Yes, up, not down.
Let's go.
Up now. Going north, not south. Yes, up, not down. I got that glitter and gold. Pop out, I'm striking a pose. I send an X's and O's. Blowing a kiss. Oh, yes, I did. Tight fit, running like it's fitness. Baby, I'm a gift, Merry Summer Christmas. Type shit. All bikini outfits.
Yeah.
Getting a whole lot of 10 and a whole lot of 10. So tell me what you want. Sexy, cool up, nonchalant, yeah. Time for a level up, look at that. Ooh la la la. Got my makeup, when then got my game
Okay.
on. Everything that I'm wanna. Come up. Oh, I'm going up now. Make 'em on there 'cause I'm up now. Driving uptown.
Yeah.
Uptown. Baby in a bag, she a baller. Yeah, I'm up now.
Nice.
Up now.
Okay.
Doing my dance, going up down. Say what now?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes, that was the seventh song, Up Now. After listening to this song, I confidently have to say this one really caught me off guard. I mean, from the start, I could already feel the confidence in the production. That low, heavy bounce, in the beat. The way it creeps, instead of exploding right away, definitely felt slick and almost cinematic. You already know something. Big, is coming, and they just let it, simmer. Then the vocals, came in, and I felt like that's when I leaned forward. What I love about XG is how everyone brings a different texture. You hear those softer airy tones sitting right next to these sharp and aggressive deliveries, and to me it definitely works. The contrast is definitely crazy. Some of those lines were laid and smooth, then suddenly someone comes in with that harder edge and just snaps you back to attention. That first build up, guys, it was just clean, not rushed. They let the groove breathe, and when the beat finally drops, yeah. That was nasty. Not loud for no reason. I love the fact that it was controlled. Bass heavy, but still polished. The kind of drop that just makes you hear the confidence in their delivery. I feel like every single verse felt intentional. Nobody sounded unsure. Nobody sounded like they were hiding behind the beats. There's also this moment midway through where the energy shifts. Those things strip back just a little. Vocals come forward, and it almost feels like they are pulling. They are pulling you as a listener closer before hitting you again. With that rhythm, I definitely love that. That dynamic change. Kept it from feeling repetitive, and the harmonies in the back. Subtle. But they definitely add so much atmosphere. Emotion wise, this one made me feel empowered. Straight up, it's got that I'm in the zone, don't mess with me, type of energy. Definitely reminded me of late night drives, with music blasting. Definitely reminded me of those late night drives, with music blasting, windows down, just feeling unstoppable, for no reason. Production, was definitely tied, no wasted space. Every sound had a purpose. From the drum patterns, to those little electronic accents, sprinkled in. It felt modern. It felt global. It felt polished, but still raw enough, to hit. By the end, I was just sitting here like, okay. I see you, So after listening to the song, my final verdict, this one really, it goes hard. It's confident, it's stylish, well produced and packed, with personality. Definitely playlist worthy. I loved it, guys. Let me know what you guys want to think about this one down the comment section. We move on to the 8th song, titled ORB. Obviously reads, bro. Let's take a listen. Okay. Whoa. This one is different. Okay. Yeah. My girls, what's up, bro? Okay.
I'm on my way, my bra.
Yeah.
I'm walking up the front door, and Brody brought the boombox. The music so explosive.
Okay.
About to tear the roof off, and I'm walling with my brosive. Let's shake up every corner of the town to the middle of the night, like it doesn't even matter. Skip the night in class, 100 on a dash. The parties that we crash,
go.
Living by the code. If you don't like it, fuck you. Broski, from the day I met you, you were there for me.
Okay.
Never find another 'cause you're my only.
Yeah.
If you ever need me when you feel lonely, you can count on me. Yeah, I'm breaking all the glass. I'm skating through the hoes.
Okay.
I'm speeding through it fast, then smashing through the walls.
Whoa.
I'm with the bro squad on a boat like there's no laws. Doing donuts and shooting super soakers at the Coast Guard. My brother's from another mother, I love him, we done it all. Holding up the bro code, it's all we know, so no wonder, bro.
Whoa.
Find strength in brohim, that's the way I was brought up. It's a new world, that's why I'm calling you girls my brother. Let's wake up, everybody in the town, in the middle of the night, like it doesn't even matter. Skipping out of class, 100 on the dash.
Yeah.
The parties that we crash. If you don't like it, fuck you. Hanging with the bros, this is all we know. We living by the code. If you don't like it, fuck you. Broski, from the day I met you, you were there for me.
Okay.
Never find another 'cause you're my only. If you ever need me when you feel lonely, you can count on me. Yeah, we're skipping out of class, 100 on the dash. The parties that we crash. If you don't like it, fuck you. Hanging with the bros, this is all we know. We living by the code. If you don't like it, fuck you. Love, bruh, love, bruh, love, bruh,
Yeah.
love, bruh, love, bruh, love, bruh.
Okay, guys. So that was the 8th song. ORB obviously reached, bro. This one also, caught me off guard, and I mean, in the best way. That is, I mean, first off, the vibe, right out of the gate, I loved it. I mean, I love how it starts in the playful, almost in the goofy, on the surface, but there's this slick, confidence, underneath it. That beat, definitely I mean, feels light, it feels bouncy, almost retro, in spots, but I also love the fact that it's layered so clean. You've got that groove sitting in the pocket, then those little synths, access, popping in and out, and before you realize it in your head, it's already nodding. After listening to the song, what really got me though, was how relaxed, they sounded vocally. Nobody was forcing anything, it felt effortless, the way they pass lines, back and forth. Guys, it's conversational, almost like they are joking with each other, in the booth. Then you hit those moments, where one of them slides into a smoother melodic phrase, and suddenly the song opens up emotionally just a bit, not dramatic, just enough to give it some level of depth. There's also this switch halfway through, where the energy suddenly shifts. The beat tightens up, the flow gets sharper, and that's when I really leaned in. The delivery becomes more rhythmic, more attitude, and you can feel their personalities coming through, and those harmonies near the end. Yeah, I mean obviously that's just classic XG right there. I mean, super polished, but still feels organic. Lyrically, it's fun, it's cheeky, it's it's confident, but also self-aware. I love the fact that it doesn't take itself too seriously, and I love that it feels like they are I mean, they are just vibing, owning who they are, and inviting us the listeners into that world. For me, I mean, it definitely brought back the feeling of those late night drives with friends, windows down, music loud, just that carefree type of energy. Yeah, I mean, production wise, this song is clean. Everything had space. The bass isn't overpowering. The vocals sit perfectly on top, and I mean, all those little background details definitely reward you. That is if you are listening on headphones. To me, it's one of those tracks that sounds simple at first, but I mean, the more you pay attention, the more layers you kind of notice. And honestly, I have to say this song just made me smile. I love the fact that I didn't try to be huge or dramatic. It just worked. I mean, it also felt like a palette cleanser. I mean, a vibe track, something you throw on when you want to feel good. So yeah, for my overall verdict, this is a straight up vibe. I mean, fun, confident, well produced, and I mean, full of personality. Not their most intense track, but absolutely one of their most charming, if you ask me. And I loved it. I definitely loved it, man. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comment section. We are moving on to the ninth song, Four Seasons. This I've heard before. I love it. Yeah, different vibe. Let's take a listen, guys. Yeah.
Scratching the surface, latching these words inside. It's more than just a purpose.
Okay.
I know you deserve it. Yeah, no. Can't find the reason why all this blue inside. Remember like the movies, space between the memories, so wide. Yeah, I know you've been calling me lately. I've just been busy, knowing you'll always be by. Wish I
Whoa.
knew we were running out of time. Started in January, gone in a minute, thought it was summer, maybe. Was the wind blowing? Not a day that goes by without you on my mind all the time.
Wow.
All the time. Then came October, left in a hurry, the year is almost over.
Okay.
Snow came down early, missing you evermore as I'm passing these four seasons by. Season by. Stuck in this moment, I just need a minute, I'm fine. If only for a second, hearing you be perfect for the night.
Wow. Solid.
Caught in the middle, unravel this riddle, I'll try. Still reading all your messages.
Okay.
I never deserted. Not I. No. You must think I'm careless and jaded. Life's just been crazy. Quick high hellos and goodbyes. Wish I knew we were running out of time. Started in January, gone in a minute, thought it was summer, maybe. Was the wind blowing? Not a day that goes by without you on my mind all the time.
Yeah.
Then came October, left in a hurry, the year is almost over. Snow came down early, missing you evermore as I'm passing these
Yeah.
four seasons by. Season by. Can I speak honestly?
Wow.
I don't know why I never sleep but try. Couldn't figure it out. Don't wanna lose you in the loop inside. Call me your fool, 'cause who am I to blame? So please just stay. Raindrops fall down on seasons somehow.
Wow.
Help but think of you in the sun.
Okay, guys, the ninth song, Four Seasons. Like I said, this I've heard before, but listening to it again, almost in the feels like first time I'm hearing it. I don't know if that makes sense, but super super clean. This one, really really sat with me. I was not expecting that kind of the softness. From XD right out of the gate. I mean that, like the first time I heard this song, as soon as it started, you could feel the space in the production, that gentle guitar, that warm ambience. I mean, it immediately pulled me in. It felt intimate, like they invited us into a quiet moment, instead of putting on a performance. And then the vocals come in. I mean, it's smooth, it's controlled, and emotional, without trying too hard. I mean, you can tell this was all about feeling. The way they layered those harmonies, and especially in the chorus, man, that was beautiful. There is this subtle build where I feel like everything just opens up, and suddenly you are surrounded by their voices. No big drop, no flashy switch up. Just this steady emotional rise, and that I feel like keeps you. That keeps the rapping around you. What really, really got me was how natural it all felt. Nobody was over singing. Nobody was trying to steal the spotlight. It felt like each voice knew exactly where to sit in the mix. And those little vocal runs near the end. That was just so clean, so tasteful, and that moment where everything pulls back into before the final chorus. Yeah, that really really hits. I feel like that's the kind of pause that makes you breathe. With a song. Emotionally, once again, this one caught me off guard. It gave me that reflective type of feeling, like thinking about time passing, people you've grown with, seasons changing, in your own life. It honestly reminded me of late night drives, or quiet evenings, when you are just in your thoughts. That's powerful. Not every song does that, if you ask me. Production wise, I love how stripped it was. The instrumentation stayed gentle the whole way through, letting the vocals carry the song. No distractions, just warmth, atmosphere and emotion. That I feel like takes the confidence in us artists. By the end, I wasn't even analyzing anymore. I was just listening. Yeah. So for my overall verdict, this is beautiful. It's calm, emotional, and definitely mature. A complete change of pace. From their harder tracks. Definitely shows how versatile XG really really is. And yeah, I loved it. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comment section, guys. We are moving on to the final song, PS118. Yeah, this I've heard. I loved it. This is definitely a banger. Let's take a listen. Yeah. Whoa. Rhapsody. Let's go. Wow.
Let me talk to him. Destination out of this world is space travel.
Yeah.
New heights, I'm seeing new lights, so change levels.
Okay.
More space is first an exhibition. XG on an expedition. Light speed, go to extra distance. Shooting stars when you blink, then I bet you miss it. I want the galaxy, baby, you want the recognition. Everything is moving the way that I planned it. I'm cutting transmission. Off to the races, onto a spaceship. Breaking the boundaries and no limitations.
Yeah.
All indications point to the stars, now all in your faces. Point blank, all out, don't waste time looking back at the shadows. A statue so big that it's casting a shadow. Back on the saddle and back on the wave. Didn't mean to shake the globe, it just happened and rattle. That all intergalactic beastie girl mashing. More flash than fashion, grandmaster blasted way past the atlas. Laughing at these rappers, y'all ain't hip-hop, you lip syncing with captions. Half of y'all back in tracks is trashing. Kill a verse then drop back to back smashes. Hoping that this message will be landing on the right ears. How many ideas, how many light years? XG come by with raps that'll slap you into next week sometime or not to get it. We've been hit with it. Thrift store garments and vintage lenses. Think they incentives. Incision with the best only. There's no stopping once we get going. From the get-go, better normal life but just less boring. Nothing less than a success story. So check for me. No place that I'd rather be. Team solid, free falling, no gravity. Me and my girls are co-pilots. All of us graduated from the academy. XG, all of them wolves, all of them besties. All of us bosses, any challenge that come across us, be like, yes, please. We've been through so many things that you couldn't process. They try to test me and my girl staying stress-free. You can tell by the way that we walking, we awesome, waltzing, flossing, with everything shining, walking, talking, everything diamonds. They all in the comments, they get the assignment.
How many times must we tell them that we told them? Gotta let it soak in. Welcome to the wolf den, hitting it with both ends, both hands waving till it's broken, both feet kicking till it's open.
Wow. Okay, guys. Yes, the final song off of this album, PS118. Hopefully, I'm getting that pronunciation right. And I mean, after listening to this one, you know, for I think the second or the third time, I mean, this didn't feel like a song. You know, that felt like a statement. And I mean, right from the start, that beat came in cold and confident. You know, I mean, super minimal, super gritty, no flashy intro, no easy into it. I mean, it just drops you straight into this dark, focused atmosphere, and Durin's tone, immediately caught me. I mean, it's calm, it's controlled, but there is this weight behind every single line. Like she's not trying to prove anything. I mean, she already knows who she is. I mean, what really got me, was how restrained everything felt. The production, to me, isn't overcrowded. It definitely leaves space, space for her voice, space for the message. Those low bass hits creeping underneath. Yeah, that was something else. That gave me that late night headphones on, walking through the city kind of vibe. And Durin, man, I mean, her delivery it was smooth, but there is this bite in it. I love the fact that she's not yelling, she's not forcing aggression. It's that quite confident that I feel like her hits harder. You can hear maturity in her cadence. Every bar felt intentional, no wasted words. Then Rhapsody comes in. Oh, that switch up was crazy. The energy shifts, but I love the fact that it doesn't break the mood. I mean, to me, it's elevated. Rhapsody brought that veteran presence. I mean, her flow was tighter, it was sharper, more lyrical, and you can feel the experience. That back and forth, contrast between Durin's cool control and Rhapsody's raw precision. That was just beautiful. I mean, it felt like mentorship and collaboration, all at the same time. There's also this emotional undercurrent running through the whole track. I love the fact that it's not sad, it's focused, it's determined. Like both artists are standing in their own power, owning their space. That middle section where the instrumental pulls back just a little and lets the vocals breathe, yeah. That moment really hits. It made me lean in. And I mean, by the end, I mean, when everything settles back into that I mean, stripped down beat, I just sat here nodding. No big explosive outro, just confidence, just presence, and honestly, I love that. This track definitely made me feel grounded, motivated even. It reminded me of those moments where you are locked into your goals and blocking everything else out. No distractions, just purpose. Yeah. So for my raw verdict, for this song, this was hard. This was clean. This was intentional. A bold, mature piece of hip hop. That shows Durin, stepping fully into her own lane. And bringing a legend along for the ride. Yeah, I'll definitely give this a hard 10 out of 10. This is a solid track. Let me know what you think about this one down the comment section. Yes, guys, finally we are done with the album The Core by the group XG. And now that I've sat with the whole album, let me just say this first. This does not feel like a debut album at all. This feels like a group that already understands their identity, their sound and their direction. The Core really lives up to its name, if you ask me, because I mean, this album feels like XG stripping everything back and saying, this is us, at the center, not trends, not algorithms, not chasing charts, just XG. So yeah, the overall sound and the concept of this album was something else, and I mean that in the best way possible. What impressed me most, is how cohesive, the album is. Even though the songs, move through different moods, hype tracks and darker vibes, experimental moments, emotional cuts. I feel like everything felt, connected. There is a consistent, futuristic tone, across the production. Sleek synths, heavy bass lines. I mean, crisp drums and layered, vocal textures. Nothing sounds random. If you carefully curated. Like every song, was placed exactly where it belongs. This album definitely feels more like a sonic journey than just a playlist. Yeah, the production quality, we definitely have to talk about that. I mean, I loved it. I mean, this album definitely sounds expensive. The mixing is clean, the sound design is sharp, and there's so much detail in the background that you probably won't catch everything on first listen. Tracks like Hypnotize, No Good, and Gala especially show how much attention went into atmosphere and rhythm. There is space in the beats. Nothing is overcrowded. Every vocal sits perfectly in the mix. This, to me, this is high level production. Yeah, for the vocals and the performance, I loved it. I mean, I feel like this is XG's the biggest strength here with this album. I mean, their confidence is through the roof. They don't just sound unsure on any track. Whether it's aggressive delivery, melodic sections, or emotional moments. Like, I mean, 4 Seasons. I feel like every performance felt intentional. You can tell, they've grown a lot, since their earlier releases. The vocals are controlled. They are expressive and polished, but still raw enough, to feel human. And when they lean into attitude tracks like No Good or Gala, definitely feels natural, not forced. That's definitely important if you ask me. The album structure, I mean, I really like how the album, I mean, is paced. I mean, Signal definitely, sets the tone. I mean, early tracks, establish swagger and energy. I mean, middle tracks, gets darker and more experimental. All Seasons definitely gave emotional breathing room, and the final track, PS118, closes everything with a bit of reflection. That structure really, really matters. Definitely makes the album feel complete, instead of, I mean, front loaded with bangers. So for standout tracks, personally, my personal picks, on first listen, my highlights are Hypnotize, just because of its, addictive hook, and late production. I love No Good, just because of its pure attitude and cadence. I love Gala, instant confidence anthem. 4 Seasons, emotional depth and vocal beauty. I mean, but honestly, this feels like one of those albums where different songs will hit harder depending on your mood. That, and I feel like that's a good sign. Yeah. So for my final verdict, guys, we definitely have to be real. This album proves XG is built for longevity. Not just for viral moments. Not just for flashy performances. They definitely showed artistic identity. I mean, sonic, consistency, emotional range. I mean, global level production. The core, this album, doesn't feel like a group, trying to impress. It definitely feels like a group, introducing themselves properly, to the world. I mean, if there's a foundation of XG's future, then I feel like they are going to be around for a very, very, very long time. I mean, I'll definitely give this a hard 9 out of 10, and honestly, I think that score might go up with replay value. Yeah, that's just me. That's just what I think about this one. But I really want to hear what you guys also have to say. I mean, before we wrap up, I definitely have to hear from you guys. What's your favorite track on this album, The Core? Did any song surprise you? Where does this rank in XG's discography for you? Do you think this album proves XG is one of the strongest global groups right now? Please drop your thoughts down the comment section. Guys, if you tuned in, if you stuck with me to edit the video, you're loved, you're very much appreciated on here. My name is Philip, and on to the next music track. Take care, stay safe, peace out.